Hi there. I'm Dr. Godin. I've been informed of your situation. I went through the paperwork and discussed everything with the paramedics. Now, I'm under the understanding that you feel like you've had a heart attack or you were having a heart attack. You felt like you were dying. Is that correct? Yeah. I'm really sorry about that. Well, good news is, from your assessment and speaking with the paramedics, we don't believe that it is a heart attack, thankfully. However, we want to take precautionary measures. So I'm going to go through a nice physical, some list of questions, and then discuss what I think it might be. Okay? Excellent. Great. Okay, so um, before I do the questions, I just want to check your heart rate and your breathing. Okay, so just take nice deep breaths for me, alright? Okay. Just nice deep breaths. Okay, great. Can I have your wrist? Okay, and your neck. And okay. And one more thing. Just gonna do this right now, quick, and at the end of my assessment. Can you just take a look at this? Just follow this for me, alright? Now, in the last 24 hours, have you been drinking, drugs? Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to ask you a few questions and then I'm going to proceed with the rest of the physical, okay? Great. So, have you experienced any of the following symptoms during this episode? Um, Pounding heart, sweating, trembling or shaking, shortness of breath, choking, chest pain, nausea, or some sort of abdominal discomfort like gas or anything like that. Jelly legs, so kind of like you feel like you can't really stand up, or like after you get off a treadmill. Dizzy, fear of losing control or going crazy, fear of dying, numbness or tingling sensations, chills or hot flashes. So any of those in this episode. Yep. I know you went over this with the paramedics. I'm just going back over these for a particular reason, okay? So you've had pounding heart, yep, the sweating, shaking, shortness of breath, chest pain, nausea, fear of losing control, yep, fear of dying, any numbness or tingling, no, chills or hot flashes. So when your heart was racing, you were really warm, couldn't breathe. Okay, yep. Okay. Now, have you had any of these symptoms in the past? Have you had any of them, or have you had recently any trauma or stress or anything like that? So you've experienced the pounding heart and the nausea and the fear of losing control. Okay. Slight shortness of breath. So this sounds like it was just more like an intense version of previous episodes. Am I correct? Yeah, okay. Okay. Now, have you experienced any extra stress or anything, or during previous episodes when you've had these symptoms? Were you under a lot of stress? Something happened, maybe financial, relationship, anything like that? Okay. Do you know what time of the year it was? Now, is there a history of any anxiety problems, depression in your family? And do you have any history of drug abuse or alcohol use, anything like that? Okay. And they said you weren't on any medications right now, currently. Okay. So, since you started getting the mini attacks and then this one, have you noticed that you tried to start accommodating, not say going to crowded grocery stores or not going to work or not going to events or trying to accommodate just not having this happen again? Okay. Yep, no problem. Have you felt unable to travel without someone with you? Or feel as though if you're traveling alone you have, you know, higher level of awareness? Okay. And have you experienced any changes in your eating or sleep habits? Mm-hmm. Okay. Great. Now, have any of these symptoms correlated with any distress in life, feelings of worthlessness, guilt, sadness, depression, now or in the past, even? Okay. Yep. Now, has it ever gotten you arrested, placed you in dangerous situations, anything like that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'd like to do a blood test. I'm going to check your breathing. I'm going to check your heart again. Um, I'm going to check your neck, lymph nodes, ears, eyes, throat. Okay. And then we'll go from there. Excellent. So, first off, I'm just going to draw your blood. That way we can send it to the lab. They'll go over it, see if there's anything that may be off, any levels off, anything like that, okay? So I'm just going to have your arm. Thank you. And just keep it just, yep. Excellent. Okay. Okay, and just gonna take a few files so they can check a couple things. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so I'm just gonna check your neck here if you don't mind. Just switching a little bit. Okay. The back of your neck. That seems good. Get your head here. Okay. That seems fine. Alright. Just gonna take a look in your ears, okay? Okay. Do you swab your ears by any chance? Yeah, so maybe don't do that so intensely. I just noticed a little bit of inflammation, but that's what I think it's from. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a look in your throat, okay? Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Now, another one of these. And I'm just gonna have you take a look at this for me, please. Just follow it. Okay. Alright. Now let me just grab this. Okay, so I'm just going to put the little pads on for the EKG. Okay, now let me just set this up here. Get the computer going. Okay. And just a second. Just stay nice and still. Great. Okay, so just checking it over. It's anything unusual. I am going to get the cardiologist to take a look just to make sure that I'm not missing something. But there's nothing that stands out to me. So, if you could open your mouth, I'm just gonna get your temperature, okay? Great. And one last thing here. I'm just going to check your blood pressure, okay? I have the reading from in the ambulance. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so you can take those stickers off now. Okay, great. So, what I'm thinking is that you had a panic attack. So, from my understanding and everything that we just discussed, is that you have a panic disorder, possibly. Now, I'm going to refer you to a psychiatrist just to make sure, as well as a therapist. Now, there's lots of different things that you can do in the interim to help mitigate this. I'm going to give you some clonazepam, and that will help. You can take it once every 8 hours ish, 8 to 12 hours. You can take two before bed. Make sure that you don't drive or anything after taking it, though. So if you know you're going to be somewhere for a while, maybe get a ride, or at least, at the very least, until you know how it affects you. If you do find that it makes you really like drowsy and you don't like the effects, you can just cut it in half, cut it in a third. That's fine. CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, or DBT, dialectic behavioral therapy, you may want to try either of those. There are a lot of different things that you can do that doesn't involve medication. Sleep, diet, exercise as well. Okay, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on this. We will have your blood results within the next 3 to 5 days. You can take a look online as usual. Otherwise, we will give you a call if we notice anything like in that time period. If there, for some reason we didn't and you saw there was a note or whatever, please call us. But otherwise, you can follow up with your regular doctor. I'm going to sign this over here, okay? I'll get you your clonazepam, and then reception will set you up with those referrals, okay? Great. Okay. I hope you feel better. Have a good day. Bye bye.